that both the Democratic Party and the Republican Party are Fortune 500 corporations.
Huh.
You know, just like General Motors is a Fortune 500 corporation, just like Ford is a Fortune 500 corporation, just like General Foods is a Fortune 500 corporation. The Democratic Party and the Republican Party are Fortune 500 corporations. And the white people see us like they see slaves on a plantation. And I put that in quotation marks. And that you know, our job.
If they're both Fortune 500 corporations, family, then they have investors. If they have investors, that means money. And if their investors are corporate, then that means that this is not a democracy. That means that this is fascism. By definition.
Simply go out there and labor from sun up to sundown and allow them to take all the profits, and we get nothing. So, you know, when you start talking about forming a political party, then that means you're talking about competition. And any form of competition with white folks is dangerous.
Huh.
You know, if I was over there in Brooklyn, and I was getting more business than anybody else in the building. I was on 16 Court Street, which is the lawyer's building in Brooklyn. And people was lining up at the door. And so white lawyers looked at that and said, wait a minute, you taking food out of my mouth, you know, and some guys be done with that. And so they took an action. That's what it means when you're a threat to white supremacy. You're a real threat when you start taking money out of their pocket. And so when I got ready to go up to Albany, it was pretty well known on the 28th of July that I was going to go up there for this attorney discipline hearing. Because I've been a champion of that even before that time. If you go to my website, www.reinstatealtonmaddox.com, www.reinstatealtonmaddox.com, then you will see that I have written an avalanche of letters to the Chief Judge of the Court of Appeals, as well as to Governor Cuomo, as well as to Preet Bharara, the U.S. Attorney. So I've been very hot on them, and they finally granted us the right to have an attorney disciplinary hearing, in which I, you know, believe that I was pretty much responsible for. And so when I was stopped up there, I was stopped on the guise that I had not paid taxes in 25 to 30 years. And they were right. I have not paid taxes in 25 or 30 years. Now, there's two arguments I could make to that. The first argument I could make is that I haven't had income in 30 years. So, I mean, how do you pay taxes on income that you never had? You know, I mean, that's the first line of argument. The second argument is, why should I pay tax anyway? I mean, even despite the fact that I don't have had income, and therefore I had no reason to pay taxes on a legal basis.
Right.
But from a political point of view, I don't have no right to vote. I don't have a right to representation. So why should I be paying taxes even on that matter? So, you know, that's what they cited me for is I had no business driving in New York.